Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing my brow routine. So I have kept one of my brows, so I'm going to be showing you a fluffy brow and then a more defined brow. So this brow was the fluffier brow and then this one was the more defined, but I took it off and did a fluffy brow because I felt like it looked better with this makeup look. But if you'd like to see how I get a fluffy brow and a more defined brow, then please keep on watching. Okay, so to start off with, I'm going to do one fluffy brow and then one sort of sharp and defined brow for a more dramatic look. I'm going to start off with the fluffy brow first. I'm going to zoom you in and so you've got a bit of a close-up of what I'm doing. Okay, so the first thing that I like to do is just brush the hairs in my eyebrows up. And the brow product that I like to use to make my brows fluffy is the Maybelline Master Brow Pro Palette. Mine's in the shade Deep Brown and I just take this shade in the middle here. So what I like to do first is just draw a line like just underneath my brow. And then I like to do one on my I don't even know, what is this, like the arch of your brow? No, because that's the arch of your brow. I don't know, like the corner of my brow. I just like to make that a little bit higher up, so I tend to go with that. And then I kind of just lightly fill in the rest of the brow and use what I've got left on the product just to fill in the front of the brow. Like so. And then I just brush through my brows just so they are like all brushed through, all the products brushed through and stuff. And then I like to just take a brow gel. I think any brow gel will do. Mine will be on a spoolie just because it's my client's brow gel, and then I just like to run this and that is how I get my fluffy brow. I kind of do this on an everyday basis just because it's so easy to do and it looks good and it's pretty effortless. So that's how I achieve my fluffy brow. Now on this brow I'm going to show you a more defined brow, something that I do when I'm going on a night out. The product that I like to use to get a more defined brow is the Inglot Brow Gel in the shade 16. The first thing that I like to do is why do I drop everything? So the first thing that I do is brush up the hairs on my eyebrows, so my brow hairs, yeah. I just like to brush them up. Then I'm going to take a little bit of the brow gel and I'm going to run it along the bottom with like I did with the first brow. Like so. But then with this brow, I'm going to brush down my brow hairs and then I'm going to draw a line from about here and I'm going to draw like what I did on the bottom just on the top. So I'm going to define my the arch to make it a bit higher or whatever that thing's called. And then meet the other one at the bottom. Then I'll just brush my brows back up into place, like so. And then I will just fill in the tail of my brow and from where I started the top line. And then to fill in the front of my brow, I'm just going to use whatever I've got left on this brush and I'm just going to use that to fill in the front. And then I will just brush through the brow. And there we have. So this side on my right side, so your left, is the fluffy brow, like this one, and then on this one is a more defined brow. Personally at the moment I'm preferring the fluffier brow. I don't know why, like it's still pretty defined but it's just not as full filled in and like the brow hairs are pushed up a lot more, and I don't know, I just prefer it at the moment. But I do still love a defined brow, especially when I'm doing like full glam. I think it just looks a lot better. So the reason that I do brows first is because one, the Inglot brow gel that I use doesn't go on top of foundation very well. It kind of goes a little bit patchy. And two, because if you do make a mistake or you kind of go a little bit too far down or you've come a bit too high up, you can easily just get concealer and just, I don't know why I'm using this, get concealer and just kind of clean up underneath your brows and on top of your brows as well, and that way it does make them a lot more defined and look sharper. Also, they probably look really dark right now as well, but I feel like until you've got like your full face on, brows are always going to look dark. Like, I mean, the fluffier brow doesn't look too bad, but the more defined one does look pretty dark compared to, I don't know, it just looks really dark. But I think, yeah, once you've got your full face of glam on, then it's absolutely fine. I'm going to like remove one of these brows and I'm going to do a full face of makeup. So I'm going to either have the fluffy brow or the more defined brow. I'm not too sure what one I'm going to keep yet, but in the next clip you'll see me full glammed up and you will see that it actually does look decent once you finish your full face. So this is the makeup look. I decided to keep the fluffy brows, so I redid this one as a fluffy brow. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this look turned out. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little video. I just thought I would do a quick little brow tutorial. This is how I do my brow on the daily basis, and then this is when I'm going full glam or on a night out. So yeah, please like and subscribe if you would like to, and I will see you all in my next video. My next video will be the full glam look that is going to be inserted in this, if that makes sense. It's not actually gonna, I don't know, it's going to be a glam look, but it will be inserted before this little clip, so that's going to be the video after this. So I will see you then. Bye!